Hello my friends, and welcome back to the rabbit hole, and welcome to trying on new skincare for August of 2023. I feel like this is a very exciting selection of skincare products today. Even though this video is only going to cover 6 products, I still managed to have a drugstore product, an indie product, a K-beauty product, a mid-range product, and some high-end products. It's all over the place. But I like that. I like to try a little bit of everything. In case you're stumbling upon this video, timestamps and links are in the description box below. This is a video of brand new releases, so I'm actually not able to add in, you know how sometimes you see those, the products in the video themselves? I can't do that because they're not out yet in all cases. But I'll still try to link them if I can, affiliate links if you want to help support the channel. You all know the story. And I think, I do want to have a little bit of a disclaimer on this video. It may be a case of me liking 4 out of 6 of these products. That's a third that didn't work out for me. So I need to say, in case you're stumbling upon this channel, I do have a difficult skin type. I have dry, acne-prone skin. I do have some sensitivities. I do react to products sometimes. And sometimes people get real mad at me for that when I react to a product that, you know, they love. So I just want to say it's never intended to be personal. It is not. I am trying my hardest to just give honest thoughts about skincare products. You know, skincare is something where I genuinely think that no product is for everyone. Let me also make sure to disclose, since this is a video of a lot of unreleased products, go figure, it's a lot of products that were gifted to me, although I did buy some. It's easier to tell you what I bought. I did buy the new interface. This was reformulated, and I tried to buy a subscriber request. Someone requested the new Neutrogena sunscreen. I don't know if this is it. It's the mineral version, the only one that I can use because, like I was just saying, I do have sensitivities. I try to buy subscriber requests. Admittedly, it's a lot, and I do only have one face, but I do try. And this video will also be, for the most part, not first impressions, but not long-term thoughts either. Which is why, as always, if you do have thoughts on these products, I always urge you to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. You don't have to agree with me. We can have completely opposite opinions, and that's a-okay because it's skincare. It's very personal. So I think we're ready to get into today's video. I will be doing an AM skincare routine over here with 4 products. And that means that there are 2 products I'm not going to use today. For reasons, and that means we're starting this video in a controversial way. Let's do it. So there is a new brand coming to Sephora. I don't think they're available just yet, but their name is Matter of Fact, and they sent over their Wrinkle and Texture Concentrate. Let's start with the good. So they are saying this is a first-of-its-kind product that contains, are you ready for it, retinol, bakuchiol, L-ascorbic acid, and azelaic acid all in one product? Some of you might be thinking, whoa, that's impossible. And it's not impossible because what's tricky here is that retinol and azelaic acid need a different pH from L-ascorbic acid. So hypothetically, you could remove water from the equation, giving you a product that doesn't have a pH, and that is exactly what Matter of Fact did. But you still might be thinking, well, wouldn't that still be an irritating formula? And quite possibly, but what Matter of Fact did to combat irritation is they dropped the percentage of all 3 of those ingredients, all 3 of the most studied ingredients. So instead of 15% L-ascorbic acid, they are using 5% instead of 15 to 20% azelaic acid, 8% and 0.2% encapsulated retinol, which most of the research is on retinoic acid. Retinol needs those 2 conversions. Anyway, the goal here is to combine all these in a less irritating way, and Matter of Fact says that by combining these, you have a stronger end product. And here's the thing, so you could potentially have a synergistic effect going on, but you would still need to study that. You would still need to make sure that you have a hypothesis here. You need to prove your hypothesis. And to their credit, they say they did put in over 10,000 hours of testing. They even give us some unfiltered before and after results from their studies, which is nice. But as a researcher, and again, not in skincare, in nutrition, skincare is my hobby. As a researcher, though, yeah, that's how long, it's how long research takes. It takes years. It takes years to do a study. And you still really, you wouldn't say you've proven something until your study is replicated over and over again. That's why we do believe in retinoic acid, because we've been doing that research since the 1950s. It goes back to questionable ethics in those studies. And that's where we start to feel comfortable saying, okay, we've clinically proven something. So I do feel there's a bit of optimism going on in this product. That said, that's not why I'm not putting it on my skin. I mean, I'm not putting it on my skin because it's an AM routine, but also because, gather round children, let me tell you a spooky, scary story of sensitive skin. So the first time I went to apply this, they say to use a pea-sized amount. So I pumped out a pea-sized amount, spread it through my fingers, as you've seen me do with my adapalene. And then I went to put it on my face. And the second this touched my face, alarm bells were ringing. You know, I need a sensitive skin button. A button to press, a panic button for sensitive skin. Yeah, so my skin felt hot the second this touched my skin. Warmth, heat, which is typically a very bad thing. As somebody who has a reactive skin type, we've been here many times before. What usually follows this heat situation is redness. I'll see my whole face start to turn into a tomato. Now, I decided to write the company, and listen, to their credit again, I appreciate so much that I actually received a reply. Do you know how many times I contact companies and don't get a reply? Thank you for replying. But at the same time, this response, it kind of confuses me. I am perplexed. So should I stop using it or should I not? I tried it 2 nights in a row and the same thing happened. In fact, let me pump some out on my hand. Let's see if my hand can handle this. So it's yellow, which you expect from the retinol content. It's happening on my hand. I honestly don't know. I honestly do not know what's going on. If you were to come to me, and again, I am not a skincare professional, but I am somebody who has sensitive skin and has had a lot of reactions, and if you told me about this situation happening to you, I would say probably don't use that product. Is it worth the risk? Is it worth the possibility that that could be irritating your skin? And I guess that is what kind of confuses me about their response, because while they do say that, so should I keep using it or not? Is this normal or not? I read through a lot of other reviews. They are starting to come in on the Sephora website, and it seems like only one other person has said this so far. So I don't know. I did come across a reviewer who called this Botox in a bottle. No, it's not how Botox works. That is not what Botox does. What are you talking about? Do you want to know what's Botox in a bottle? Botox. It comes in a bottle for an injector to then inject into the forehead so the muscles that make expressions can't move, the theory being that the lack of movement will help to reduce lines. What is Botox like about this? What are we talking about? Okay, so ultimately I've decided I am going to stop using that, and also I would feel like I wasn't being authentic with you if I didn't tell you a little bit more about why I made that decision. So while I like the idea of combining these 3 ingredients into one formula, you can still use these 3 ingredients in a skincare routine, in a complete routine. What you would do is use L-ascorbic acid in the morning, as you're going to see in today's video, and then at night you can use azelaic acid and a retinoid together. Just make sure that you're applying each one of those on dry skin. You can, apply whatever you want before that, but make sure it dries down, then put your azelaic acid on Wait till that dries down, put your retinoid on. And you can realistically do that for less than this product costs as well. It is 98 doll hairs for 1 fluid ounce. Some people may end up really loving this because it does reduce the amount of steps in your skincare routine, and I can respect that. But, one more thing. Because it is in a silicone base, do know that it feels like it on your skin. Just do know that. I don't know if everybody's going to like this feel. It's something I'm going to have to repeat again later in today's video. I don't know if everyone's going to like the feel. Alright, but anyway, that's our first product. Let's move on to the second product that I'm not using, and that's because I can't use this one. I received a sample size of this, and while typically I don't have a problem with sample sizes, this is a little more nuanced. So this is new from Clarins. It is their Cryo-Flash Cream Mask, and they are claiming that it helps with pore tightening. They claim it lifts your skin, and it's true. My face was floating away. I had to go up into the rafters to get it back down. Y'all know when I'm being sarcastic, right? Okay, so anyway, I'll put the ingredients up. You can take a look at this, and I feel like most of you on this channel, where we do talk so much about ingredients, most of you might be currently scanning this ingredients list. I'll do it with you. For what is exciting in this product, ooh, we have some shea butter, a moisturizing ingredient, so a moisturizing mask. We have some plant extracts. I do feel like the Essen ingredient is a little exciting. That is a constituent from horse chestnut. It's one of the saponins, and it looks like it may be anti-inflammatory. But, I mean, as a whole, it does kind of feel like it's not a super exciting ingredients list, especially since it is 80 doll hairs. 80 of them, 80 hairs. You're gonna have to sit there and pull off your Barbie doll. Wait a minute. If it worked this way, I could buy a lot more skincare products. So really, the ingredient that is kind of driving this entire product is an ingredient called menthone glycerin acetyl. I'm really out of my sample, but it looks like I'm able to pull a little bit out here. So yeah, that's a derivative of menthol. And fun fact for you, that ingredient appears in a lot of, you know, those cooling, plumping lip masks, lip glosses. Yeah, that's where you may also see this ingredient. So yeah, my hand is feeling pretty icy right now, and that's the intention of this mask. That cooling sensation is what is supposed to help with pore tightening. The appearance of pores, your pores don't open and close. You all know this. I have tried this on my face only once because there's not enough in here for me to try it again. And I didn't love it. I just found myself over here thinking, couldn't you just use a jade roller? If you have a jade roller in your refrigerator, you could pull it out and put that over any moisturizer and get the same exact sensation. You can put your sheet masks in the refrigerator. There's those, the cooling eye globes. You've got options for if you want this sensation. But nonetheless, I do try really hard to be mindful of personal preference. So I made my sweetie try this because I had a sneaking suspicion she would like it. And listen, sure enough, she did like it. She said she loved the cooling feeling. She enjoyed how it felt moisturizing. And I think this is all just to say, you know, everyone does have different experiences with skincare. This isn't something I would want to buy, but turns out she liked it. But wait, there's a little more, because I do have some inner conflict about asking 2,000 people to review 2 uses of this. It's actually probably less than 2 because Ara did say she didn't feel she had enough of this product. 0.5 ounces of a mask wherein the instructions are to apply heavily. Yeah, that's actually not really a good quantity for high quality reviews. And see, that's the thing. Clarins isn't saying to use this mask just once. In fact, they say to keep using it so you get more of those benefits, probably from those anti-inflammatory ingredients. And so you have 2,000 people writing reviews, but really they're writing first impressions. So I don't know, I have mixed feelings on this because on one hand, I do feel like a lot of incentivized reviews are first impressions. They're glowing first impressions because it seems some people still believe you can't write honest reviews, or maybe they haven't overcome the mental obstacle of realizing that if you get something for free, you have to sit there and think about, would you spend your own money on it? You have to not think of it as, neat, I got a free product, it's so exciting. You have to actually imagine spending that money so that you can help other potential customers who will be spending their money, who will be spending $80 on this. Y'all, yet again, when looking at the 2,000 reviews, I came across another Botox in a bottle review. What is going on? You can't just say if you like a skincare product, therefore it is Botox. What is going on? It's a no from me. I still think it's expensive, but I can't deny that there may be some people who enjoy it. I would just say, again, kind of like I said with this one and how you have options. You have options, and they're called jade rollers or refrigerated sheet masks, or you have lots of options. All right, friends, it's time to get into the AM skincare routine, which does mean I like all of these products, which is why I'm using them on my face today. I do need to remove my little acne patch here. Someone asked if I ever use these all the time. All the time. That looks actually quite irritated. I'm not gonna use that matter-of-fact product anymore, huh? I've been breaking out a little bit lately, not too bad, but I had a pimple here, I had one here. It's Acne Whack-A-Mole, lately available on iOS and Android. It's still better than waking up with 10 new pimples every day, but you know, I still have acne. And she took off the choker and her head fell off. My millennials know. So I'm starting out this routine with a new release, the Marine Clean Purifying Gel Cleanser. Okay, so I love Kopari. Y'all know I love Kopari. This is a product that the very first time I used it, it reminded me so much of something else. It's a gel cleanser that actually foams up quite a bit. And now to give myself an AM cleanse. As you all know, I don't do this every day, but I would say I do this probably 3 to 4 times a week. Probably 3 times a week I wash my face in the morning. Not every day since I do have a dry skin type, but yeah, about 3 times a week. And as usual with Kopari, I feel like they are so good at making just very pleasant products to use. This is a product that smells, I kid you not, exactly like the Fresh Soy Face cleanser. If you like that cucumber smell that the Fresh Soy Face has. I made Ara try 2 products this month. It's very hard for me to get her to try anything. She likes her routine and she doesn't like changing it, but I told her, I said, I think you're gonna like this cleanser. And she did. She loved the smell. She started to tell me, she says, you know, it smells like something from back in high school. There was this body mist, this cucumber and I finished her sentence. I said, cucumber melon from Bath & Body Works. That's a shared experience for all millennials as well. Our classrooms smelled like that. They absolutely did. But this cleanser has, you may have guessed from the name, it has some marine ingredients, some algae ingredients, and amino acids, which can be hydrating. I usually say that I don't feel cleansers really leave your skin hydrated, but Ara said she used this and she felt like her skin was softer afterwards. She might be onto something. I'm gonna pay attention to that in rinsing, so I'll be right back. I'm back as a dry skin type. I will tell you, my skin doesn't feel stripped. I still do think that gel cleansers are not ideal for me personally every single day, but I did like it. I did like it. I feel like a lot of people will. You know, it checks a lot of boxes of what people are looking for. We all like pump cleansers. It smells pleasant and it's not too harsh. Okay, let's move on. Vegreen sent me their Intensive Vitamin C Ampoule, which I think this has been around for a couple of months, but Vegreen doesn't quite get the same hype around the brand for some reason, which surprises me. I think they're a very cute little brand. I do like this product. This is similar in nature to what Matter of Fact was doing. It is a water-free formula that has 14% L-ascorbic acid, and I spilled this. I opened this about a month ago. You can see that it is still clear. That's something that I always pay attention to, even though I don't feel I have enough time or face to review all of the L-ascorbic acid products, I can take note of their stability. And so far so good, which is pretty much what I would expect in a fully waterless formulation. It actually reminds me a bit of Stratia's vitamin C. They added in 6% ethylated ascorbic acid, which I think is interesting. That is an interesting idea. I don't think I've seen another company no, actually Stratia did add a derivative to theirs too. So let me tell you a little more of what I really like that's going on in this product. First of all, I am noticing these K-beauty brands are coming through with much higher percentages for the Western audience. They're doing it. You know, this is 14% L-ascorbic acid. That is very close to our published literature on 15% L-ascorbic acid, which specifically does look at the effects on hyperpigmentation as well as collagen boosting. But again, they're saying 20%. So the theory here, you could say, hypothetically, that if you are applying 14% L-ascorbic acid to your skin, you're immediately getting vitamin C. And the 6% ethyl ascorbic acid, once that converts in your skin, later on you're getting even more vitamin C, which is a pretty neat idea. And again, this is something that a lot of Western brands do have similar ideas to this. So a quick update. Matter of Fact is not a brand new brand. They are new to Sephora. They've been around for a while, and Lab Muffin does have a video about that brand. I do feel like one of my problems is I don't really have a lot of time to watch YouTube. I do read a lot of studies, but I don't have a lot of time to keep up with YouTube. And I feel like sometimes I'm out of the loop on drama specifically. All right, anyway, what I was going to say before I got very sidetracked there is I like that this is actually affordable. You know, I don't feel like you have to spend a lot on vitamin C. I just don't. I genuinely think, first of all, I think one of the best L-ascorbic acid products on the entire market is Geek and Gorgeous' Sea Glow. I think that's wonderful. This might be a really good option for those of you who are looking for K-beauty. It's a very close idea with 20% vitamin C, 14% from L-ascorbic acid. So I do like it. Just note that you can feel it on your skin. I think that's really the only thing that I would feel the need to emphasize with that one. Okay, let's move on. We've got an exciting indie brand to talk about. I did buy Interface, the new reformulation. So can I just tell you why I love Stratia so much? So this is a moisturizer that does contain 7 peptide ingredients. And I feel like Stratia is so good at answering our questions on their webpage. You don't have to send them a DM. They answer your questions. This is a formula that contains a copper peptide ingredient. But wait, I just put vitamin C on my skin. Look at this. They've already answered the question of, can you use other actives with this? Yes, because it's encapsulated. The formula has lactic acid and glycolic acid in it. Wait a minute. What are those exfoliants doing in this? Well, they answer that right there on the webpage. I really appreciate that. You know, it feels like this is a brand that is made for skincare enthusiasts, for people who are going to be asking those kind of questions. They've already thought about us. They've already thought about us, and our answers are right there on the product page. So again, this is a reformulation because they didn't have access to some of the peptides in the previous version, and rather than make us wait forever, which would have been so frustrating because it's such a nice moisturizer, rather than make us wait, they reformulated. It is still a skin strengthening moisturizer. I would say that that's what the previous peptide blend did, and I would say that's what this one does as well. And if you have more questions on the peptides used in this product, guess what? That's on the product page as well. I'll move over so I can put that up on the screen. It's a lovely, I would say kind of mid-weight moisturizer. It's heavier than Liquid Gold, but it's not too heavy, but not too light either. It is absolutely gorgeous, fragrance-free. It's wonderful. I love Stratia, and I love Stratia's price points. They keep everything very realistic. By the way, I do have a code with Stratia. If you would like 10% off, you can use my code. It's always optional. It's always optional. Don't feel like you ever have to buy anything in watching my videos. Just if you do want to get a discount and help support the channel. I do adore Stratia. They're one of my absolute favorite brands out there. Okay, I'm done with the basics of the routine. I'm gonna wait about 5 minutes and then we're gonna come back for sunscreen. And we're back. We're ending with sunscreen, the Neutrogena Pure Screen Mineral UV Tint Face Liquid with vitamin E SPF 30. This is a mineral sunscreen. I will say, I really respect that Neutrogena came out with a sunscreen with 4 different tint options. In my opinion, the only way to do this. It's a little runny, but we can still work with it. This is the light version, and it's actually the right tint for me. It's actually right. I do feel like most universal tints are a little more NC20. Hey, that's great for all the NC20s, but there are people with a lighter skin tone and there are people with a deeper skin tone. So it is considerate of Neutrogena to have come out with 4 shades of this. Now here's the thing. I actually like this sunscreen. I actually like it a lot. I was expecting it to feel really drying, but I've noticed some of these newer sunscreens that are mineral sunscreens, they don't feel as drying as past generations. That is 1 layer. By the way, this is 80 minutes water resistant. I'm not going to include this in my water resistant sunscreens video, both because that one is Asian Beauty, it's going to be J and K Beauty, but also because I wouldn't personally choose SPF 30 for the beach, for the pool. That looks pretty good. My experience with wearing this so far has been surprisingly good. It's not really a foundation-like sunscreen, and thanks to me having that spot on my face, you can see what I'm talking about. It's definitely more of a tinted moisturizer type of sunscreen, but that makes it faster to apply. Wait, I have one more thing I want to try on in today's video. Speaking of Kopari, they have one more new release. It is a new body oil, and I do want to try it on today. This is, I would say this is more of a fragrance. I feel like what Kopari did so well is, if you remember the old Kopari, they used to have skincare that smelled really good, but it had fragrance and it had coconut oil, and not everybody wanted to use that on their face. And I feel like Kopari figured out, what if we divide things up? What if we use our really good smells in body care products, and then our facial skincare can be, for the most part, fragrance-free. This does have fragrance, but you know, the ceramide cream that I talk about a lot, that one is a fully fragrance-free product, free of coconut oil. I love this direction. I feel like this is such a good solution because I don't think I'm the only skincare enthusiast who still does like fragrance. Give me fragrance in perfumes and give it to me in body products because my face is picky. It's not me, it's my face. So they came out with this really cute little set. It has this in it. It has the Ultra Restore Body Butter, which I talked about in my Kopari video. Watch that video if you want to know more about the brand. And it has another one of their adorable accessories. Look at this. Hey, this bag matches my shirt. They have such cute merch, so to speak. Yeah, the shirt, I feel like this shirt would be really good for parties because I'm a walking ton of coasters. Look at that. Look at that. It smells like jasmine to my nose. I think there's also, well, I have the notes up on the screen. Toasted sugar and musk, I believe. Oh, it smells amazing. And it is kind of a lighter body oil since they have a base of sunflower seed oil. Let's lock it in with the Ultra Restore Body Butter. A little of this goes such a long way. Superb. Well, I'll let this sit for a little bit and then I'm going to add my, no spoilers, waterproof sunscreens video coming this week. All right, am I Coastal Grandma yet? It's like this, right? Coastal Grandma, yeah? Anyway, that's it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I feel like this might have been long because I had a lot to say. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like and subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you all next time.